This
If I
conference will now be recorded.
if I forget, right? So re dot, let's say search, and if you type pattern dot text, pattern comma text. Okay. After doing this, you ask what is a match. So it will actually return this thing. Okay. Now you can also apply some basic things like let's say for an example, if you type match dot span, so the output will come in this way. And let's say if you type match dot start, the output will come in this way, and match dot end. It's something like where the match is starting, where the match is ending, right? So this is something like this. Are we clear with this? It's really interesting module, right? Another thing is, let's say if you type text again, and in the text you type my phone is a new phone. My phone is a new phone. Okay. Now you again type this code. Now let's say, yeah, we know the pattern is actually text. Okay. Are we clear with this part? The pattern is actually text. So the thing is, like, now in this instance, if you type re dot find all, let's say if you type phone comma text, it will give you the, you can say, how much time they are present. So can you tell me like what output we have? Let's say this is equal to an variable called as matches. Okay. Now what will happen after this has been done? So let's say what is the length of the matches? 2, right? Are we clear with this part? Guys, are we clear with this part? Do one thing. This is okay. Now let's say for an instance, we'll try some more couple of code. Let's say if you type for length, it is actually taking. We have updated. See, this is the output we had earlier. If you remember what matches we had, matches was actually giving you a list of 2 strings. Okay, so that's why the length of the matches was populating the output as 2, because how many elements were there? So there were 2 elements. Are you getting it? Like, now I'll give you another example. Now let's say for match in re dot find find iter, like it's a iterator basically. Find yeah, find iter, yeah. So if you type this particular thing, so let's say if you type phone, and comma text. And let's say if you type print match dot span, see the output. Are we clear with this part? Are we clear with this? Like it is actually giving you this span position and the span position. Okay, so this is how it works. Now you can also find like which particular thing is actually matching. So there is a thing which is called as group. So let's say if you type match dot group, so the output would be such. Are we clear with this thing? So this is a very basic, you can say regular expression. Now we can also find the identifiers and patterns. So let's say if you type text is equal to, let's say my phone, let's say my telephone number is 408 dash triple five dash and 1234. Okay. Now let's say if you type phone is equal to, phone is equal to, let's say for an example, if you type phone is equal to re dot search. Uh, See, this is again will populate like let's say if you want to find the phone number, uh, so you can use this argument. This is like highly used. Like let's say, um, let me rerun this again. Let's say if you type re dot search r inverted, okay, and let's say if you type slash t slash t slash t, see the pattern. Then again, you can say slash d slash t slash t, then dash, then again slash t slash slash t slash t slash t slash t. Okay, comma text. Now we clear with this part. Now, in order to get the actual phone number, so you'll be typing phone.group, so that will give you the phone number. Now, the pattern is such DDD stands for the numbers, like it will actually find the numbers. Are we clear with this? Read. R. R stands for read. So, guys, are we clear with this? R meaning is okay. Now, let's see some more example related to this. Now, let's say if you type re dot search r, let's say d. Okay. So first output is having how many times d, like this dash, like how many times d it has. Yeah. D is actually iterating the numbers wiki. No, only before the dash, like three, like it is having three, right? So the pattern, another shortcut to write this D three. Okay, now let me copy this thing. So this is three again, and this is four. Uh, Comma text. Make sense? Make sense to everyone? So this is something related to the regular expression. Okay, now let's see some more example. Now let's say text that's equal to only the find the hyphen word. Okay, in the sentence. Let's try this one. Let's say if you type R and this is W plus dash. Okay, W for the right thing. Finding the thing. So let us type text. So it will find the hyphen words which are present. Now let's say makes sense to everyone. Makes sense to everyone. Are we clear with this part? Are we see the thing is it is actually finding the hyphen word. That is what I'm stating. Like initially the hyphen words were over here only. Okay, and find all is actually will find whenever there is an hyphen. Okay, so we introduced the hyphen initially over here, so that's why only this hyphen words were populated. Now we introduce again the hyphen word in the next part, so that's why you can see the hyphen word was over there, right? So that's the difference. Are we clear with this part? It's for writing basically. Writing it down. Are we clear with this? Now we can see some more example. Hmm. So guys, let us use the parenthesis. Let's say text one, text simply. Let's say that's equal to hello. Would you like we can find some words, some specific peculiar words. Let's say let me take this as one. Let me take this as two. Let me take this as three. Mm, Okay, so this is like a long list. So let me do some more treatment to the sentences. Actually, always remember one thing: regular expression is always work like you're working with a kind of a string, right? So this is majorly they are used in, and guys, they are actually used in varieties of ways. Like so many things they are actually used. Are we clear with the above examples what we have discussed so far? Are we clear with the above example what we have discussed so far? Actually, this actually you'll find it very oftenly like regular expression. Like the people those who are doing coding a lot in you can say especially in this domain like NLP, natural language processing. So they are actually working a lot on the regular expression. So what is an NLP? How does it work? We will be looking in the subsequent sessions. Okay, so let us. Are we clear with this? Okay, just a minute, guys. Just 1 minute. Okay, now let's see this thing into some action. One more thing. Uh, I have to- Now let's say if you use something like this, I'll show you another way of searching. Let's say re dot search, and let's say if you type r comma Milky Way, okay, and the three words to which it is associated is one is your stars, another is your sun, and another is your this sugar. Okay, so three word it is associated. Now let's say uh, you got text one. Okay, so let's execute this, and this. Make sense to everyone? Like what I'm trying to state? Make sense to everyone? Guys, are we all clear with this part? Like this is another example. If any issues, any doubts, so please let me know. Okay, so this is something related to this part. Uh, Now, let us apply some more, you can say, operators. So basically, the operator I have used over here, the operator name of the operator, which is like this, it's a OR operator. Or now, I'll give you one example, like OR operator. Some more example. Let's say if you type re dot search, and let's say if you type re dot search, and let's say if you type r mm, and let's say man, woman, and comma, the man was here. So you can see, like you can find an instance where the common part is being matched. Are we clear with this part? Are we clear with this part? The index is 4, right? The index earlier was 34 because like 012, it's over here. It's a long string, right? Now you can also see the length of the text one. 47. So this actually starts at this particular position. Okay, like Milky Way where it is starting. Make sense to everyone? Okay, that's great. So we can see some more examples. Like the same example, if I execute, so or like either a man or the woman, so it will give you the result as such. Are we clear with this? Perfect. Guys. This is how it works. So we can see some more example related to this. Now let's say if you type re dot find all, and if you type r dot at. Now this is a word I'll be searching in a phrase. So let me write down the phrase. Uh, mm, what should I write? The cat in the hat sat here. So actually, it has actually located the AAT, 8 at, over the three keywords, which is hat, cat, stat, 88 find, right? Are we all clear with this? So this is a wildcard operator, wildcard corrector basically. Now let's say if you simply type cat, so it will only return one argument. But if you find at, because at is there common, let's say if you type one word which does not exist in the dictionary, so you can see EAT. The first letter would come of at. So this is also an important finding, right? Like the entire letter is not coming. The first letter, just before at, the one letter would come. Makes sense to everyone? Now let's see some more example related to this. Like let us see some more phrases that would make it clear. Here at is not coming, only the first, just before one letter before the at would come, not the entire phrase. The entire letter would come. This is how it works. Okay. Now let us refer to some more example. Okay. Okay. Now let's see some more example related to this. Now guys, what we can do, we can also refer to some more example, like some more cases. Like let's say if you type mm, re dot find all, mm, r, and see these are the use cases which is highly used. Mm, so let's say if you type the bat went here. So all these are the example of the wild character, wild character. Let's say if you type mm, so let me do that inside the parentheses. So something like say some couple of dots at, and let's say if you type are you getting it? Over here we can like the first three letters is being matched. Okay, I'll give you some more example related to this, but are you clear with this example? Like what exactly the output was occurring? Now it all depends upon like these many dots. Now let's say for an example, just before this, if you are typing, mm, let's say if you reduces the dot, so actually what we have done, we have only matched the first three letters. That is because whenever we need a dot for the wildcard, we use this specific identifiers. Guys, are you getting it? Like how does it work? Like over here there were three letters, and you were asking why one letter was populating over here. Like let's say if you introduce some more dots, one more dot, can you figure out the difference? So the dot will be, you were asking like why I was getting this single letter due to this number of dots which were present. Makes sense to everyone? Now, in addition to this, you can use some more things like, let's say if you type re dot find all, and let's say if you type uh, yeah, this you can also do it, Vicky. So you can say at is the keyword. Before that, you are finding the word. I think for that the regular expression. I'm just checking. I'm actually recalling this module also. Like mm, gives you the idea. How does it work? So this is the thing, right? Okay, that's great, guys. So regular expression, we can look into some more way. Let's say if you type R and if you type backward slash T, okay, and let's say a dollar sign, and you find it very easy, I guess. Like regular expression are really easy. Now this ends with a number two. Okay. Now let's say if I write this value, so I'll be getting two. Actually, this is actually the expression for finding the numbers. So if you remember this, we did something. So this was the expression to get the numbers. Are we clear with this part? Now we can also use some more cases like re dot find all, and let's say if you type r comma backward slash t, okay, comma one is the loneliest number. Okay, so note that this is for the entire string, not individual word. So actually, this is another expression if a particular thing start with a number, and this is for a if a particular thing ends with a number. So this is for, you can say, ending of a number, ending with the number, yeah, right. And this is something which is related with starting with a number. Okay, makes sense to everyone, guys? Makes sense to everyone. Okay, now you can also use some couple of example related to this. Now let's say if you type phrase, now that's equal to, there are three numbers, three number, there are three number or numbers, let's say 34 inside five the sentences. and let it execute. Re dot find all. Okay, and let's say if you type mm, r mm, backward d. Okay, mm, should be this must be enclosed in square bracket. Okay, and after this, if you type phrase, you can see the entire thing will come in the format. Sorry, just a second. I think there is some invalid text, invalid syntax. Okay, let me always do this mistake. So this is actually gives you the numbers. But let's say a very interesting output would come. Let's say so this will actually gives you the number separately. Let's say if you type this in this way and only a small uh, symbol you are introducing, so this would be the result. How we clear this? Like you can see, make sense to everyone, guys. Make sense to everyone. Okay, now let's see some more example related to this. Now let's say re dot find all r. Okay, inverted. Now guys, this is like what we have. First of all, I'll clear with this example that what we have seen so far. Are we clear with the above example? This is see. Do you see a like a small cap, like a vector sign this way, this particular sign? So the name of this sign is called as the name of this particular sign is called as exclusion. Okay, the name of this particular sign is called as exclusion. Now we this can also be used in other variety of ways. Now let's say if you type uh, exclusion, so this one D, and if you type this comma phrase, so it will only populate and see it excludes the number. Are we clear with this part? See, it's quite obvious. Output explains everything. Over here, everything is being populated as a phrase. You can say in the form of a array. Okay. But over here, the output is coming in the form of a list, excluding the numbers, where each and every character is enclosed in a string inside an array. And over here, it's not an array. You can say to be a list. And over here, I'm actually every number is not being enclosed. Okay, are we clear with this part? Now let's say I am just checking whether this works or not. Yeah, so this is actually excluding everything, and if you use a plus sign, so it only excludes the numbers, not the text. So that is the difference. Make sense, guys? Make sense? Are we clear with this part? Okay, now let us use them in couple of ways, like variety of ways. Okay, now let us say, now this is something you have to remember, like it's this, you can say it to be a template. Let's say if re dot find all and find not finder, find all, find all, and let's say if you type See, it actually like D always found the number. If you are using plus, so it is only referring to the characters. Okay. Now let's say separated by a space. Now let's say for an example, not a character, not separated by a space, but instead it's separated by a number. In the earlier example, we were only having, you can say everything, every character enclosed in a form of a inverted, in a form of a string.
Uh,
So that is the
Pratham,
difference between both the code.
Pratham, can you hear me?
And it always excludes this particular thing, like
Pratham, can you
whatever
hear
you
me?
say. Yes, yes, please.
Yeah, yeah. So what I'm trying to understand here is that the
Mhm,
I mean the excluded mark, the upward arrow.
mhm,
Okay, so we are using it
mhm.
here for exclusion, right? To
Yeah.
excluding the numbers and getting the strings.
Mhm.
But
Yes.
previous to that, you showed an example where you have given like re dot find all. One is the loneliest number, and we found one there, and we use the
Yes.
similar expression. So how come
Yes.
it is able to find one there, and here when
You
we are
want to say
using the same?
this particular thing?
Yes. I want to understand the difference between this one and where we are getting in the phrase, where we are getting only the
So
strings,
basically,
not
you
the
want to
numbers.
say this and this. Code number
Yes,
54 and right?
yes.
Okay. So the thing over here is like, see, this is one syntax. Like whenever there is a number which is present at the starting, this expression we generally use for, you say, uh, getting the numbers itself. Now let's say for an example, in my this text only, if you are using one, okay, and you are executing the code cell, and right now if you are using, so right now both the codes looks quite similar, right? Now let's say if you type this, just a second, phrases, where is phrase? Okay, yeah, I have to update this. Mm, See, I think this is quite obvious. This is enclosed in square bracket. This is not enclosed in the square bracket. That is what making it excluded. I hope you are getting it.
Okay,
This
okay,
is this is a syntax for, see, just try to infer the difference. This is enclosed in the square bracket. This is ain't enclosed in the square bracket. So that's why you are getting that output.
okay.
Are we clear with this?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. Even I was also trying to introduce one, but it won't work. See, that is like you can say you have to remember some symbols. That is like it works. Like the creator of the regular expression has actually used a lot of difficult symbols in order to get it done. Now, this is another thing, another kind. Let's say if you are using some couple of symbols like exclusion symbol, exclamation symbol, dot, let's say dot over here, followed by a question mark, and let's say with a space, bracket close. Let's say use plus. So a lot of symbols I have used, comma. Okay, but before that, let me use one more example. Mm, let's say text underscore phrase. Now that's equated to mm, this is a string, exclamation, but has punctuation. Let's say with a dot. How can we remove it? So that's a question mark. Okay, makes sense to everyone. So exclamation, right? Followed by a dot, followed by a question mark, right? Are we clear with this? So let's see the output. Find all. Okay. I have to introduce text. Yeah, great. Now it will work. Are we clear with this, guys? Are we clear with this? Like whatever the symbols you were having, it's actually got removed. Now, let's say if you are saying the clear, let me introduce one identifier called as clean. Now, let me use dot join. Okay, and let's say if you type re dot find all, and let's say mm, the same symbols what I've used. Okay, I think, mm, here. So you can also store it. Okay, guys, are we clear with this part? So are we clear with this? Any doubts, any confusion? So this is a complete example of the regular expression. So almost like we have done 67 line of code, right? Very small, very less. Okay. Are we all clear with this? Let me know if anything is unclear. Okay. So let's call it a day, guys. So no, clean is actually storing the value, like reassignment kind of thing. Reassignment. Clean is doing the reassignment. That is what I'm stating. Clean is doing the reassignment. Okay.